Welcome to a Goddess Guidance Meditation. I am your host, Kisha Lee, the Psychic Yogi, and let us begin. So, prior to recording, I pulled, or actually, I was shuffling, and the cards that came out was go outside. A message from Cordelia that you've been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. And the second message that popped out was Guardian and the Goddess Artemis. She says, you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. Now, I sat with these two for a minute because I was like, well, you scared to go outside or because nowadays, no telling what's out there. But the message that actually came through is one of trust. It's about expansiveness. So that is our going outside. But really, the imagery that came to me is like being on top of the world. Maybe you've been in hermit mode and you've had that lone journey, or have been alone, or feeling isolated, or just reclusive, a little more introverted. And so, like the hermit, you're at the top of the mountain, just kind of peering out. And that's a space of also expansion, of openness, seeing what's possible. And then when you come down from the mountain, having clarity about what direction you want to go in. And this message of Guardian is really about knowing that you are protected and safe, as well as your loved ones. If this is a time of transition for you in your relationships, and there's trust that all parties involved will have their needs met in divine timing, and that the karmic rewards, I told you I can't talk, the karmic rewards that are coming to you are available. They haven't been taken away or held back, anything like that. It's more of a message of trusting in the divine timing of things, similar to how nature has its cycles and rhythms. We have our own cycles and rhythms. And then also feeling safe in that space, that inner knowing where you can allow yourself to expand and to explore, but with that conviction within you, that knowingness, because you've done the work, you've been on your soul's journey for a while, and you've come into this place of groundedness, right? Because the hermit is, that's not the cards here, but that hermit energy I was talking about earlier is an earth sign, but it's adaptable as well. So that's what is going to guide this meditation. And so just let that land where it may in your space. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, and you'll exhale audibly out through the mouth. Inhaling, expanding the belly, the heart space, the mind, all the way to your crown, and exhale, just releasing that flow. Squeezing it all out at the bottom. And repeating that cycle of breath a few more times. Inhale, expanding the belly, the heart space, the mind, crown, and exhale, reversing that flow, squeezing it all out, taking a soft landing right down into the hips. Down through the legs, the soles of your feet, feeling roots going down into the center of the earth. Space where you connect, anchor into, but also receive the stability, the sense of security, that trust in cyclical rhythms, the knowingness that you are an extension of Mother Earth. This tether, this cord that grounds you to the center, the womb of Mother Earth, invites you to just breathe. Relax. Setting everything else aside for this moment. We're offering it energetically down into the earth where it is received with unconditional love and returned back to its original sender. Just give yourself a moment to just surrender. Breathe a little deeper. Relax a little deeper. Flow a little deeper down into the body. Feel a little deeper. Just taking a moment to acknowledge your presence here in this time, in this space. Allowing your awareness to expand far edges of the room, expanding out beyond the building, allowing yourself to stretch, feel yourself expanding as far out into eternal space. And just breathe. Noticing what it feels like to be able to energetically expand your presence, to shift your awareness, giving you the opportunity to expand your consciousness, receiving divine guidance from that above, supported by that below. Feeling yourself cradled in this space between the two. Father Sky, Mother Earth. Noticing what season you're in, either geographically, physically, in your immediate surroundings. And from this space of expansiveness, feeling your mind open up, imagination turned on, your ability to feel, sense, know, smell, taste, hear, touch. Becoming aware of all the resources that you have within you. All the experiences that you had. The memories that were created. The wisdom that has been gained. Feeling how all of those experiences have contributed to who you are right here in this moment. No need to label what has been good or bad, but if so, that's okay. What you perceive as good just tells you what is pleasurable. It can be inspiration, clarity, and what really brings you joy, happiness. can tune you into your deeper desires and yearnings. The bad stuff you may perceive or have experienced simply offers you feedback. Feelings are feedback. So those negative experiences, the anger, the resentment, distrust, disbelief, pain, suffering, grief, shame, regret, all of those simply show you what is not working, what you don't enjoy, so that you can make clearer, more conscious, wise decisions for yourself, so that you can expand, so that you can grow and outgrow, so that you can not only break through, to transform completely. See, when we talk about growth and expansion, oftentimes we seek to have breakthroughs, to reach a goal, to get from here to here, and then I will be, or then I will have. And so we outsource our power. That power simply being a clear, conscious decision on what it is that we are yearning to step into, to experience, to create, to express. It doesn't have to look a certain way. Mother Earth has many varying faces all around. We see the desert, we see the lush tropical rainforest, we see the mountains and the valleys, wild flowers, volcanoes. We see so many different faces of Mother Earth when we step outside. And so what makes us any different? We are her children. We are an expression of her. When we allow ourselves to be resourced from within, to take that wisdom we've gained, the knowledge and awareness of what no longer serves us, what doesn't feel good, and we align ourselves with a pleasurable, purposeful life, we begin to build trust within ourselves, faith, knowingness, and embodiment, that when challenges arise, we will know how to move through, how to move around, above, under, in whatever way we need to. Mother Earth also shows us that this is possible by the way the waters flow and will always make their way back home to the ocean. You have trickles and streams, you have raging rivers and waterfalls, you have rain, hurricanes. That element shows up in so many different ways. Still finds a way to return to that space, that place. Feels comforting, harmonious, enjoyable. Place that offers us rest, reprieve, quiet, maybe for some. Coming to that quiet space within us, the home within us. When we're talking about the human body, the home within us, that place where we feel safe and balanced and in harmony, called homeostasis. Stasis is a way of presenting, a way of being. Homeostasis, coming back home to ourselves, being at home within ourselves, trusting in ourselves. And if we wander too far out, whether physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, sexually, socially, we can always bring ourselves back home. We are spiritually safe and protected by the most highest vibration and divine intelligence. Think of a moment where this greatness, this presence, this divine source showed up for you. Maybe when you least expected it, maybe you're praying for a miracle. Just notice how that feels. Take yourself back to that moment. Allowing your imagination to be the vehicle that takes you there. Awakening your senses. Remembering through the senses what that moment felt like. Maybe you call it magic, synchronicity, alignment, serendipity, a coincidence. Just remember how it feels to receive divine intervention, a grace, a love, a support that is watching over you now, that is protecting you and your dreams and your path, your destiny. What's meant for you will always be for you. Just have to reach for it. Expand your horizons. Take one little tiptoe outside of your comfort zone, then one little tiptoe out the next one. Eventually, you'll find yourself exploring things, discovering things, seeing things, and having experiences. Make you happy, proud that you listened, you trusted yourself. And it brought you to somewhere amazing. Place that you were maybe seeking or planning to go, but the way you got there, how you arrived, space itself, greater than you imagined. It's like that feeling when you finally arrive at your destination, that place when you go on vacation, that place you look forward to escaping to. Maybe it's the beach, maybe it's the mountains, maybe it's the desert, maybe it's a particular city, countryside. Allow the mind to now wander to that happy place, your personal paradise. How good would it feel to be there now? Take a moment to immerse yourself in that feeling. Maybe a memory. and just breathe. In and out, nice and smooth. Slow and steady. Taking rest. Everything around you just slowing down. Coming still. Feeling that sense of expansion and growth. Also remembering you can always come back home to yourself. Just placing a hand on the heart, belly. Remembering that even through expansion, whether it's expanding the mind, your soul's journey, your emotional capacity, your physical presence in this world, always come back home to yourself. Trust. Trust in your ability to wander and be brave and courageous, stepping into new chapters, new territory. Allowing that comfort zone to become larger and larger, where eventually the walls of restraint and fear are going to disappear. But in this space of expansiveness, possibility, you remain curious, but still grounded in yourself, trusting in yourself, affirming yourself, believing in yourself, knowing thyself. Breathing in. Breathing out. Maybe sitting up a little taller, stretching yourself out a little bit, lengthening the breath, smoothing out the transitions between inhales and exhales. While listening to deepest, innermost part of yourself, part that's within the body, that part that moves below the head space and deeper than the heart space, moving into the belly, maybe placing both hands on the belly, listening, sensing, feeling. Maybe you hear, see, just know. But what is it that you yearn for? Not what you think you should do, or what you think you should have, or what the next goal should be. What would make your soul happy? Allow yourself to explore what that would feel like. Have that experience, to live in the end as if it has already happened. What would that feel like in your body? What would you sense or feel in that moment if you were to just imagine yourself there? Pretend that you are in that moment, having your desire, your yearning fulfilled. Let's take a moment to play. Maybe to wander off the grid of what you think, what you may know you should do, not necessarily seeking how to attain our goals. Just looking at what we desire to experience, what we yearn to express, to contribute, to create. What is a feeling you would like to create in your life? What wants to be expressed through you? That you may be holding back or trying to diminish or even ignore. But to ignore something, you have to still acknowledge that it's there. What would you like to offer, to contribute? What would it feel like to make a contribution? What would it feel like to be more confident? To be a little more courageous, even if it's just 1% more. To look into something new, to learn something new, to research. Allowing the mind to travel. But you can just go on a little adventure within the mind. What would it feel like to live in the end and for your yearnings and desires coming into fruition? And what if it's safe to have that? What if I tell you it's okay for you to desire that, to yearn for that? What if it's okay to trust in yourself? The wisdom that is within you, that guides you, protects you. This is innate. This is built within you, your instincts, your intuition. It exists in your flesh. This ability to perceive, to feel, to sense, to know, to smell, to hear, taste, in extraordinary capacities. What if I told you it's okay to trust, that you have what it takes to manifest your desires, yearnings, take the necessary action steps so that you continue to embark on this journey called life, going beyond borders, breaking down barriers, having breakthroughs and transformations. Knowing that you are safe and whole, protected, divinely guided within and in the world all around you. Allow this meditation to just settle in, taking a moment to integrate, feel and notice any shifts, any thoughts, any bodily sensations. Maybe they've dissipated, maybe something has come to your awareness. And if so, you can just place a hand there. You feel a sensation within your body saying, "Hello, I see you, I feel you. Thank you for your wisdom. And I am so happy and grateful now that I am free, I am filled with faith, I trust in myself. That wherever this journey takes me, I will be at home." Breathing in, breathing out. Slowly, gently coming back a little more into the body by wiggling your toes, your fingers, taking a nice stretch, moving in any way that feels good to you, pleasurable. Maybe give yourself a hug, placing both hands on the opposite shoulder. And taking one more nice deep breath, or gently opening your eyes. Hmm. Right. So, the collective message that came through for going outside and guardian protection and spiritual safety was about exploring new horizons, our deepest yearnings, and not necessarily having to know all the pieces, not having to strategize and plan and, how we're going to get from A to B and focusing on this gap, right, that is between where we are now and what it is that we desire for ourselves. That aligns us more in the masculine energy, and so, in the feminine essence, we allow ourselves to tap into the well of knowledge that is within us, and allow that creativity, right, to not just obviously be created, but to be expressed through us. And that is how we bring things into fruition that are more fulfilling because it allows us to really tap into our own wisdom, our own faith and trust and reassurance in ourselves. And that gives us the capacity to love ourselves more and to give ourselves more kindness, more compassion, especially in a season where you are embarking on a new journey.